Today we're going to talk about life-changing quotes I wish I knew sooner back then. So let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just drifting? For years, that was my story. Walking through life with no map, no compass, and no clue. Every single setback, no matter how small, felt like running headfirst into a brick wall. A project gets rejected? That was just proof I wasn't made for it. Made a simple mistake, it was over. That voice in the back of your head, the one that whispers doubt, mine wasn't whispering, it was screaming, and it was wearing me out. I'd watch others move forward and I just felt like I was being left behind, stuck in the mud. I was a passenger in my own life, pushed and pulled by circumstance, never grabbing the wheel, and then things started to shift. I came across some powerful truths. Not magic, just the truth. They gave me the tools, the courage to rebuild my life from the ground up, from the inside out. So today, I'm sharing them with you. These are the words I wish somebody had told me sooner. My hope is they can be the spark for you that they were for me. The first truth that hit me was that my reality wasn't fixed. It was a reflection, a mirror of my own thoughts. I was so busy looking for the storm clouds that I couldn't see the sun. See, my world was dark because I was the one holding the paintbrush. The first quote that woke me up was from Dr. Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I must have read that line 20 times. Simple, isn't it? But it's deep. For years, I thought my happiness was tied to things I couldn't control. The right job, the perfect project, the approval of others. When they didn't fall into place, my world fell apart. That quote taught me the power wasn't out there, it was in here. So I started putting it to work. A project gets rejected, don't say I'm a failure. Ask, what's the lesson? Feel ignored, don't think I'm invisible. See it as a quiet moment to focus on what you need to do. This led me to another truth, one that locked it all in place. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. It wasn't the event that was crushing me. It was my reaction to the event. The weeks of feeling sorry for myself, that's where the real damage was done. I can't control the wind, but I have absolute control over how I set my sails. That's the moment you stop being a victim of your life and you start being the architect of your soul. All right, so you change your mind. That's a huge first step. But let me tell you something, life doesn't stop throwing punches. The challenges will come. The difference now was I had to learn how to get back up, even when I felt beaten down. For a long time, my instinct was to just stay on the mat. It feels safer down there, right? Can't fall any further. That's when I heard these words from the great Maya Angelou. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. Now you listen to that distinction, that's everything. A defeat is an event, it happens. But being defeated, that's a choice. That's a state of mind. You can lose a battle, but that doesn't mean you've lost the war. I remember losing out on a big promotion, one I worked tirelessly for. The old me would have let that single event define my entire future. But I had Angelou's words in my head. I let myself feel the defeat, but I refused to be defeated. I had to choose to see it as a redirection, not a dead end. And this is backed up by a legendary coach, Vince Lombardi. He said, it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. See, true resilience isn't about building some fortress around you so you never get hurt. You will get hurt. Resilience is that quiet, stubborn decision you make to stand up one more time. For me, getting up meant I went home and updated my resume that same night, not from desperation, but from the belief that this knockdown wasn't the final round. It's about turning a wound into wisdom. So you get your mind right. You know how to get back up. Then you face the next giant. The gap between knowing what to do and doing it. I was inspired, but I was still frozen. The goals felt so big, so far away, that even starting was too much. I was a professional dreamer, a world-class planner, but a complete amateur when it came time to act. The ancient wisdom of Lao Tzu gave me the key. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. This is famous for a reason. That right there, it shatters the lie. The lie that tells you that you have to see the whole staircase before you take the first step. I wanted to start a business. The thought of it all, the website, the clients, the finances was paralyzing. So I took one step. Just one. I bought a domain name. That's it. That was the work for the day. Each small step starts to build on the last. It builds momentum. And that momentum is everything. A woman who knew about bold action, Amelia Earhart, said it perfectly. The most effective way to do it is to do it. Sounds too simple, doesn't it? But that simple truth cuts through every excuse. Procrastination, fear, perfectionism, they all crumble in the face of action. You don't wait to feel motivated. Listen to me. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. You do the thing and then you start to feel the fire. You just have to start. So you're moving, you're taking action, and then a new fear shows up, the fear that your path doesn't look like everybody else's. It's not the path your friends are on. It's not the path society told you to walk. The pressure to conform, to just get back in your lane, it's immense. It feels like you're letting people down by choosing to write a different story. Then I heard Oprah Winfrey say this, and it was like getting permission to finally be free. You define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. And it hit me. For years, I had been letting everybody else hold the pen, writing my story, my parents, my boss, society. I was just an actor, playing a role they wrote for me. That quote was my declaration of independence. It was time for me to write. And that means your story might get messy. It might not make sense to anyone else, but it will be yours. Now, taking ownership is a heavy thing. It's scary because it means you have to own the failures too, but you can't have freedom without responsibility. It comes down to this: be happy, be yourself. If others don't like it, then let them be. This isn't about arrogance, it's about realizing that you cannot find peace if you're a chameleon, changing for every person you meet. Fulfillment comes from alignment. When the person on the inside matches the person on the outside, you let go of the need for applause, and you get back all this energy to build a life that is truly, authentically yours. Once you're on your own path, writing your own script, a bigger question starts to ask itself, what is this all for? It's not just about your survival anymore. It's not just about your personal success. Your thinking has to get bigger than you. This shift was ignited by the great Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. For so long, my dreams were small, practical, caged by fear. This quote gave me permission to dream big, beautiful, audacious dreams again. Your belief in that dream is the fuel that gets you through the hard days. Believing is an act of faith in what's to come. And finally, a simple but profound quote from Stephen Covey put it all in its proper place for me. Live, love, laugh, leave a legacy. That right there, that's a compass for a life well lived. It's a reminder to be present, to find joy in the moment, to live, love, and laugh, but to also keep your eyes on what you leave behind. It shifts your focus from just getting yours to making a contribution. It makes you ask, how can my journey, my story, my work help somebody else along the way? Because they say if you can make one person smile, you can change their world. Maybe not the world, but their world. And that's the ultimate goal, to use your growth to create a positive ripple. So if any of these words resonated with you, hit that like button. Share this with somebody you think needs to hear it today. But look, this isn't a lecture, it's a conversation. We all have wisdom. So I'm asking you, what is the one quote that has changed your life? Put it in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. And for more to help you build a life you truly want, this journey from being lost to finding a direction, it's not a miracle. It doesn't happen overnight. It's work. It's about collecting these truths, these words, and using them like tools to rebuild brick by brick. These quotes aren't magic spells. They are reminders of the power that is already inside you, the power to change your perspective, the strength to get back up, the courage to take the first step, the freedom to be yourself, and the vision to leave something good behind. The life you want isn't just going to happen to you. It's waiting for you to create it. You have everything you need. Right now, you just have to start.